Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Highlander couldn't make it this evening. He's there, like I told you guys, he works a lot in the summertime and he is just beat down from a week of work and he's got to start all over again in the morning. So, boys and girls, it's just going to be you and me. And I sent the invite out to all my friends too in the regular places. So if you want to come in and say hi to me on my birthday weekend, go ahead. But we're going to do an edition of Chillin' at the Club, number 7, the 60th birthday edition tonight on Chillin' at the Club.
Yeah, bingo! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
All right. It is time for Chillin' at the Club. And you know what that means? Our good buddy uh, Cody Rhodes is going to ask you one question.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
That's right. What do you want to talk about tonight? I don't have all the lights on tonight because I was in the middle of getting set up for me and Highlander's show, and he didn't feel good, man. He couldn't hang tonight. He's been getting wrecked at work, so it's good to see you. I hope you guys are doing well. I sent the link out to everywhere, so we might have some people drop by. If not, that's cool. You and I will hang out together tonight, and we'll hang out and talk about whatever we want. You know what I'm saying? You know how this goes. It's a chill stream. We're going to start with a little shot, and of course we've got the virus of unknown origin to wash it back with. But we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about tonight. I am going to give you my thoughts on Fantastic Four. I just got done going to see it this afternoon, so I'll tell you all about that. Right now, let's check in with the chat and see who's in there. We got Vince is the first one in tonight, so we've got to acknowledge him tonight on Chillin' at the Club.
Womack, why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
He is here, and as usual, I got to scroll all the way back up because you guys are already hitting the chat. He says, "Heidi ho, all you nerds and nerdettes out there. It's good to see you, man." Let's see who else is in here tonight. I know there's one guy in here that's he has a hard time controlling himself, guys. It's Keely Chow, and that thumbnail, "Hello nurses." Yeah, well, hey, I mean, and look, you got to excuse Keely Chow. He has to leave the room every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? He's feeding the ducks as usual. But anyway, let's see who else is here. Let's see. Vince, what's Vince saying? He says, "I call bullshit. Highlander just celebrated a bit too much." No, dude, he works at a water bottling plant, and I don't know if you've seen the temperatures around the country. Yeah, he's getting his ass kicked at work. Let's see what else we got. He says, "Get on with it." Oh man, come on, you guys. If you're even a little bit late, people get on you. Let's see. Kelly Chow says, Jessica Alba as Honey Daniels in the movie Honey, Hello Nurse. Yes, absolutely, man. He can't control himself. It's okay though, because hey, I dig her. I dig her too. Let's see. "I'm getting sick, but I'm still coming here." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Vince. I hope you get over it quick. Wolvie's chiming in. He says, "Happy birthday." It's good to see you, man. I'm just calling him Wolverine. He changed his name to Of the Quarter Jew, but we know who that is. It's Wolverine Snicked. We know who he is. Good to see you, man. Let's see who else is in here. Keely Chow, of course, telling me happy birthday. Vince says, "Not my country. We had now for the third we rain and thunder week." Must be weak, he's trying to say. Let's see. The Braves are also getting their asses kicked this season, but it's the other teams that are doing it, not the Heat. Yeah, gotcha, man. I hear you. Let's see. Weekend. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, it's good to see you guys. Let me go ahead and get the Rumble chat up real quick so that my good man Low Spec won't be kicking my ass for not saying something to him whenever he shows up. And by the way, I did download this Social Stream Ninja. I just don't know what I'm doing with it yet. So I'm hoping to get with him eventually about that. But anyway, it is good to see you guys. Now, Fantastic Four. Let me go ahead and pull up the IMDb for this thing. IMDb. Hit that. Pull up Fantastic Four. I got to tell you guys, I enjoyed it. You've heard me say a million times that they don't make these movies for me anymore, right? Well, they made this one for me. They did. Yeah, the female Silver Surfer is I mean, what are you gonna do? It's not I mean, yes, technically it's comic book accurate and everything, but it worked for the story they told. Um, but I got to tell you, man, um, I enjoyed it. When I was watching the Excelsior launch, it made me think of all those Apollo missions when I was a kid. You got to remember, I just turned 60, guys. And by the way, let's go ahead and get the party started. I forgot I'm at the club. I got to get the shot. And I'm sure you guys are going to give me grief about this shot glass now. This is a rainbow shot glass from New Orleans that my wife bought me. What's cool about it is that you can squish it. It's made of rubber, right? It's a squishy shot glass. But this is the one I use on my video game stream. And Martin calls it the It's Ma'am shot glass, is what he calls it. So it is ma'am. Yeah, he plays that soundbite all the time. But anyway, let's get the party started with a little Jacques Daniels. Technically, my birthday was actually Friday. That's why you guys didn't see my sketching stream on Friday. My mother took me out to lunch. She bought me, I think it's 5 comic books that I had at my comic book shop. And she got me College Football 26. So I've already gotten started there. I got a high school quarterback that I got to LA Tech. He's a junior at LA Tech now, and he's starting. So anyway, it's good to see you guys. So cheers. I'm going to have something in my little New Orleans shot glass. Little Jacques Daniels, followed by some virus of unknown origin. Yes. So, Fantastic Four. Yeah, thought it was good. Let's see. Oh, he's got the shot glass. Killy Chow. Yeah, that's it. Let's have a drink. Vince Womack says, ha, gay. You know what? I don't care what you think. I thought it was good. I really did. I thought it was pretty cool. Nice. For moms, you will always be their kids. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. Absolutely. But let's see. What do we got here? We got somebody over on Kick. It's Zaylee Watson. Good to see you. Good to see you over there on Kick. Good to see you. Let's see. Just followed. Appreciate it. All right. Uh-oh. And this person's trying to apply their wares. Well, I hate to tell you, Zaylee Watson, I'm glad you're watching, but yeah, I'm an artist as well. So I'm working on my own comic book and stuff, and I've got all the graphics I need. But I appreciate you watching, though. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you stick around. I hope you like what we got to offer here. But anyway, let me check. Let's see. Yeah, just Vince over there on Rumble. So anyway, good to see you guys. Let's get into Fantastic Four real quick. We'll start off there, and we'll go wherever you guys want to go. It's my 60th birthday, and I've only got a few things, set in stone to talk about. This is usually the time when I do my headline-driven show with my brother, but like I said, he's not available tonight. So let's go ahead and, you know what? Before we get into Fantastic Four, let's see. Das Wolfen says, hey, birthday Joe. Hey, it's good to see you, buddy boy. It's good to see you. By the way, if you want to stick your head in, the link's out there for you guys. I decided for this show tonight, if you guys wanted to show up in person and wish me a happy birthday, go for it. If not, just hang out in the chat. It's fine. That's how I usually do this show anyway, without Highlander. But anyway, let me go ahead and do what I need to get better at, and that's pushing my own stuff, man. Okay. So, let's go ahead and share with you guys my website, joesatmosphere.com. And all of these links Vince has already put in the chat. But anyway, you can go there and find out about me, a little bit about my history and stuff. Scroll on down, find out about my artwork, my favorite projects. Then you get my streaming schedule, the startings of a marketplace. But the thing that's always open is pencil sketch portraits. I do them on commission. And if you go down, matter of fact, I'm doing this by myself right now. Let's go ahead and make me a little bigger. There we go. And you see here down at the bottom, you have a way to contact me if you want to get a commission done. So just go ahead and send me an email, and we will cuss and discuss what you need. but anyway, I ship anywhere in the world. So even if, Vince, if you want something done, just hit me up. Hit me up with an email, and I'll be glad to help you out, man. Anyway, also, if you want to contribute to the channel, go over to Subscribestar. I have a Subscribestar page where you can actually see announcements about the shows. But more importantly, this one's more about the comic book. Yeah, you get stuff about my shows and everything, but you can also take a look at the art of the Privateer, the comic book I'm working on. You can download the art and take a look at it up close and personal if you want to. Zoom in, check things out, These are plotted boards that are already I'm in the middle of inking right now, so you guys can check all of that out on my Subscribestar page, Joe's Atmosphere. I'm Joe's Atmosphere everywhere, guys, not just on the social media platforms. I'm that everywhere. I spelt it wrong on purpose because I knew if I spelled it with an F instead of a PH, it would make it easy for me to get my URLs and stuff like that. So don't forget to subscribe over on YouTube. And you guys have been doing it at a pretty good clip here lately. Thank you very much for subscribing. Also follow me on Rumble, X. Let's see. Is that pinned? That shouldn't be pinned. Hang on a second. Let me refresh that. It should be going. And while I'm here, I'll go ahead and grab the chat. By the way, if you're wondering how to chat, let me give you a little tutorial real quick. You just hit that right there and hit it again, and the video will come up, and right here is the chat. That's all you have to do. By the way, if you're wondering why it's not playing on mine, it's because I have the autoplay turned off. Sometimes you get hit by that sometimes with copyright stuff. But anyway, yeah. Go subscribe over there or excuse me, go follow me over there on X. Also, follow us over there on Twitch and Kick and Facebook. And don't forget, over on Facebook, not only do you have Joe's Atmospheres channel, right? But you've also got, I think, let me see if the video's going. No, hang on. Let me refresh it. And it should be going. Yep, there it is right there. We're going out on 6 different channels now, all at once, thanks to our new browser that we're using. But also remember, not only can you follow me, Joe's Atmosphere, on Facebook, but you can also follow the Privateer himself. He's had a Facebook page for a while. And if you go back to the earliest posts by him, you'll see some of the earliest stories. They actually come in as radio messages, him calling back to headquarters about what's going on different planets, with the United Planets. That's what he becomes a part of. But anyway, yeah, you can find out everything Privateer here on his Facebook page. You click right here on the featured one, and you get his origin story over here, right? His origin story is right there for you, right by that DC Universe Online picture. You can check out his origin story anytime you want to, right there. And that's also on the Subscribestar page. So you guys go check it out. Like I said, most places, the Subscribestar page, that's just if you want to support the channel. If you like what I'm doing, go over there and throw down your money for a month of enjoying. The written word is $1 over there, and the artwork is $5 over there. So, all right, so let's get started here. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Let's see. What did I miss? Oh my gosh, here we go. They're already starting. Keely Chow's already into it. He said, if it wasn't for Red Lobster, Sherry would still be offering some moist, delicious clams, crabs, and other seafood. She would also be offering a nice all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Listen to you guys, man. That's crazy. He always rip Sherry's slamming clams, Sherry's Clam Shack. Look at this, man. It's crazy. That's what she said. That's right, Keely Chow. That's what she said. Okay. He also says, that's what a woman would say to a plastic surgeon who she wants breast implants. Yeah, right. Let's see. Das Wolfen says, "Got to run. I will try and be back before the end." Okay, no problem, bro. I'm probably not going to be on probably a couple hours tonight. Let's see. Yeah, the good thing about I don't do replays anymore. With this new platform I'm using, I can stream to any places I want, and it's $100 less than the StreamYards I was paying for. It's pretty damn cool. But anyway, yeah, Fantastic Four. Let's pull this up real quick so we have a little background here. I enjoyed it, guys. Like I said, a lot of times, as I've said in the past, these movies aren't made for me. Well, this one was. Like I was trying to say before I cut myself off there, the scene where the Excelsior was launching, it looked just like the old Apollo missions from when I was a kid. Remember, it's my 60th birthday. I watched every one of those Apollo missions and watched the splashdowns and everything, man. And that's what it looked like. I mean, I love the whole retro. It was almost like an episode of the Jetsons, man. It was really, really cool. The whole aesthetic of the movie was really neat. And I think they said it was on Earth 868, I think is where it takes place. Is Sue front and center? Vince is asking. I think it's equal time, man. I think it's equal time. If anybody was overshadowed, it was the Thing. The Thing. I mean, I don't know. It was kind of equal time, but she did have a moment, but she was being a mom more than anything. You hear this girl boss stuff. No, I mean, if you're married and you have children, you know exactly how mothers are with their kids. And that's what she was acting like. That's what it was. When they fought Galactus, they did it as a team together. It was good, man. The only complaint I have about it is, man, the CGI on that baby was really bad. Franklin Richards, of course, I'm sure you've heard, is born in this movie. And but man, let me tell you something. If you like science fiction, you need to watch this movie, dude. It was really cool. I mean, the whole thing with the Excelsior and going out to meet Galactus and stuff, it was pretty wild, man. Pretty wild stuff. Is Sue front and center? I would say no, equal time. And I have to tell you, as much as we're all tired of Pedro Pascal, you've got to remember, he's a good actor, man. He was good. I mean, the problem is he looks like Pedro Pascal. He doesn't, he should have shaved, I think, got rid of the mustache, but that's just me. I thought, his look could have been better, but other than that, I mean, he acts like a brainiac in it, man. And he acts like a guy that has a hard time, conveying his message because he's so busy trying to solve every problem there is, which is exactly how he was portrayed in the old Jessica Alba ones. Now, another complaint I would have is this: Vanessa Kirby. I think they could have found a prettier Sue Storm. And if you guys read the comic books, you know what I'm talking about. She's gorgeous. The woman is gorgeous. Okay. And yeah, Vanessa Kirby's pretty, but I don't think she's gorgeous. It's kind of like, that was a big complaint for mine in the first Spider-Man movie, Mary Jane Watson. I never thought that Kirsten Dunst was pretty enough to be Mary Jane Watson. She's not supermodel quality, and that's what Sue Storm's supposed to be, So, that's the way I'll look at it. Let's see. He plays Pedro in every movie or show. I have to disagree with you there, man. He was fantastic in Last of Us. I mean, as much as I didn't like the casting, I dug the show. The first season of it anyway. Of course, the second season speaks for itself. The showrunner isn't even there anymore. The guy that did the video game, the first season of Last of Us is some good TV. And Pedro is up for an Emmy for that television show. And I hope he does well with it. I mean, say what you want about the guy. He's a lunatic and everything. But you know what? So is Sean Penn. So is So is De Niro. I mean, these guys, that act, that half of the great ones, they're crazy. They're half out of their minds. Exactly my sentiment on Mary Jane, not my MJ. Yeah, exactly. It's you know, when I think of, I mean, especially in the aughts, I'd have had somebody like Kate Beckinsale playing her. You know what I mean? Just gorgeous. Um, or Jessica Biel, turn her hair red and make her Mary Jane. Oh my God! I mean, there's a lot better, I think, replacements. But then again, they never get everything right. And by the way, from what I understand, Pedro Pascal was not their first choice to play this guy. He was like the third one that they approached because the first two turned it down. Let's see. Killy Chow says Neil Druckmann, aka Neil Cuckman, no doubt. Yeah, he's a goon. And I'm glad he got kicked off that show. I hope they take it in a different direction. I understand what we're going to get in the third season of it, but wouldn't it be great if they made a fourth season and kept going with the story and maybe do some totally different characters during this time period and stuff. That would be cool, I think, because the first Last of Us game I really think is one of the best ones ever made. The woke affirming the woke. What a surprise. Yeah, no doubt. Right. Ugh. Ugh. But anyway, bottom line is this. I liked Fantastic Four better than I did Superman. I thought the Superman stuff in it was really great. Really did, but there wasn't enough of it. He got overshadowed by a whole lot of other characters, And I mean, if they'd have called that movie Justice Gang, I probably would have enjoyed it more because I was looking more for a Superman movie. And, it's more about the DC universe. It's not really just about Superman, But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed Fantastic Four. I would go see this again where I tried to watch Superman again for homework purposes, and I couldn't sit through the whole thing again. It really couldn't. Knowing that Beckinsale has a frat boy sense of humor, I would still do her Hello Nurse. God, Hello Nurse, she goes again. Killy Chow, are you ever going to stay an entire stream without having to leave? Yeah, she does. She's cool. But anyway, we had a couple of high-profile deaths this week, or two. The first one being Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy passed away this week at the age of 76, surrounded by his family and friends. He apparently had been sick for a while, and he had just done a farewell concert, and he must have known the end was near. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he was 76 years old, and a lot of people were affected by it. I know Das Wolfen's left already, but he was really bummed about it because he likes the metal and everything. And I did, I wasn't that big of an Ozzy fan, but I will give him this. I tell you what, I don't think he was the greatest singer ever, but he was one hell of a showman, knew how to put on a show, and he always surrounded himself with some of the best musicians ever. I mean, his duet with what was her name? Lita Ford, was that her name? I love that one. Close My Eyes Forever, I think is the name of it. Oh my gosh, what a great song. Everything he did to try and put on the best show he could. And that's what I dug about the guy. Like I said, I was not a huge fan. I'm more of a Ronnie James Dio guy when it comes to Sabbath. I love that guy. I love the creator of the rock and roll, thing, but, yeah, Ozzy, look, he's got his place on the Mount Rushmore metal, boys and girls. He does. We lost two huge icons this week, and he was the first one. Let's see. It says here, he returned to hell to reclaim the throne from Satan. I got a feeling he went somewhere else. He's a showman. Let's see. Now batting for the Atlanta Braves, number 10, third baseman Chipper Jones. Cue Crazy Train. Right, crazy. But that's how it goes. That's a signature song, if you ask me. I love that song. I really do. It is really fantastic. And Randy Rhoads, big part of it. Like I said, always surrounded himself with great musicians, man. Big time. Let's see. Don't be surprised if you see Satan living in the burbs. Dude, he does live in the burbs. He's that quiet guy that they always say. He was a quiet man. He was a quiet man. It ends up shooting up the neighborhood. Yeah, that's Satan. Okay. And look, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe evil exists, it does. And Ozzy Osbourne is not evil. Okay. He's not. I know some people want to think he is, but he's not. Evil disguises itself, boys and girls. That's what it does. But anyway, the other icon we lost this week, man, this one hit me hard. This one really hit me hard. It really did. I think you guys know I'm a huge wrestling fan. I don't watch it as much as I used to. I keep up with it though. The guys I watch are the guys that do Wrestle Talk. They're from Great Britain. And let's see. Hulk Hogan. Let me find a good visual here. Yeah, there we go. USA Today works. All right. Hang on a second. Let me get this the right size and everything. There we go. Okay. Passing away this thing, wrestling legend, Florida icon, Hulk Hogan, dead at 71. Here's what we know so far. Well, we already know that he died of a cardiac arrest. My gosh, let me tell you something. If you're a WWE fan, if you're an AEW fan, if you're a fan of any major wrestling organization, you can thank the product you have today to this guy right here. He's the one that took it. Okay. Actually, it was Vince McMahon that scooped up all the regional places and then made it into a global brand, but he did it with this guy as his point man. This was his point man from WrestleMania 1 on. That was him. That was the guy that he put all his chips in the center of the table with Hulk Hogan and rode him, and the rest is history. You want to talk about some wrestling icons? That guy, there is no other icon other than him, really. Hang on one second. Let me see what we got here. A lot of National League pitchers. Let's see. A lot of opposing National League pitchers hate Crazy Train because of Chipper Jones. I can believe it. I can absolutely believe it. Keeley also says the biggest FU to the devil is Ozzy reclaiming the throne from Satan. Yeah. I just don't. I tend to think he's somewhere else. Rip Hulk Hogan. Yes, absolutely, Keeley Chow. He says, was a fan of WCW, but quit when they folded. Well, yeah. And speaking of WCW, hang on one second. Let's see. He says, for a time, WCW had way better storylines. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The wrestling war. Yeah, no doubt. It was a thing. That's why I respect Triple H so much. Because he stayed with WWE when people were leaving left and right to come over to friggin' WCW. You know what I mean? There was guys like him and Shawn Michaels that held it down over in WWE. Even though this guy had reinvented himself in the 90s and was the NWO, baby, the New World Order. I mean, probably the most killer bad guy faction in wrestling history was the New World Order. And this guy had already had his heyday in the 80s. Guys, I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of the Macho Man Randy Savage. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. He really is. Hang on. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Hang on a second. I know I sent out some pictures. I don't know. Maybe that's on my phone. Let me see. And if it is, I can get it over here real fast. Let's see. I think I sent it to my brother. Pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. Shit. Well, let's check out the WhatsApp thing real quick and see if I sent anything that way. No, I guess not. Oh, but this one you guys will enjoy. Hang on a second. I think I've got it here. Before we get too far removed from Ozzy, I have to show you this one that somebody sent me. Yeah, this one was, of course, these are AI art pieces, but you got Jimmy, you got Kurt Cobain, you got Freddie, you got John, you got Remy, and you got Elvis, all waiting on Ozzy. And I thought that was pretty cool. But to get back to Hulk Hogan, I know I saw one. Who sent me that thing? Trying to remember where I got that thing from. Could have sworn I sent it out. Oh, wait. I know where it is. I'll get it up here pretty fast, guys. Hang on. Let's see. Where's my boy? Where is he? There he is. Boom. There we go. Let me send that through WhatsApp so I can show it to you guys. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Boom. Sent. And I can open it over here and drag it over. No problemo. Just pop it up here. And there it is. Okay. So this is the one that I was sending out to friends and family when he passed away. The Mega Powers back together with Miss Elizabeth in heaven. Yeah, guys, that I quit watching wrestling when the Mega Powers exploded at WrestleMania 5. The main event was Hulk Hogan versus the Macho Man Randy Savage, and Savage beat him for 20 minutes straight. And Hulk did the Hulk Hogan thing, give him the big boot, dropped the leg, and won the match. And he'd been beat on for 20 minutes by Macho. Macho had done so many flying elbows and dropped the ring bell on his throat at one point. And Hulk Hogan did what he does, and he got up and kept going. Let's see. I was more of a Stone Cold guy than a Hulk Hogan guy. Yeah, see, I missed the entire Attitude Era, man. I missed the entire thing. I quit watching wrestling for a long time after WrestleMania 5. I didn't come back to it till, my God, almost 20 years later. Actually, almost 30 years later. It was like 2014 when the Shield was at the height of their powers is when I started watching it again. Because I missed the entire Attitude Era. And I've gone back and watched a lot of it. And my best friend is a Stone Cold Steve Austin nut. He loves it. So I've watched a lot of matches. Yeah, I never was a Hogan guy either, but you cannot deny the fact that the WWE would not be what it is today without that dude. As a matter of fact, let me share this with you real quick. This was going to be the opening video for today's show, and I'll show it to you real fast. I put a clip from WWE in it real quick. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll drop myself out and I'll play it real fast. Let's see. I've got to redo it with sound real fast. Hang on. Oh, I know what to do. No, I'll just play it from here. Let me hit pause, and I'll play it with sound. Hang on 1 second. Screen, entire screen, and turn on the sound and boom. Yeah, this is going to be the lead-in video, but I want you to watch the end of it because I put a little clip from SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown. Here you go.
We would not be standing here right now, all of us together, if it was not for him.
Yeah, that was our lead-in video for tonight, and it's unfortunately Danny couldn't be here, so that's why we're doing the chill stream tonight. But Triple H exactly right. Those people in WWE wouldn't be where they're at today without that guy right there. I mean, he headlined the first 5 WrestleManias had to be. I'm pretty sure. Oh gosh, the first one was him and Mr. T against somebody. I can't remember who the tag team was. I can't remember what WrestleMania 2 was, but everybody remembers WrestleMania 3 when he scooped up and power slammed Andre the Giant. That was something else right there. It blew the whole world away when he did that, you know. Of course, I'm a big Rocky fan. My favorite Rocky movie, the first fight in it is the Italian Stallion versus Thunder Lips, the ultimate male. You want to talk about toxic masculinity? It was that dude right there, Thunder Lips. Freaking awesome. Let's see. WCW fumbled to Austin. Did they? I don't really know. Like I said, I missed that entire era. Not sure about the timeline when WCW was actually bought, but Hogan did go over to WCW. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to hit on. Look, this guy had a huge run in the 80s. Okay. I was a young bartender when WrestleMania 5 happened. It was the Mega Powers explode. That's what they called it. And the Mega Powers they still are my favorite tag team of all time. They would never have been beaten. It was Hulk Hogan and Randy the Macho Man Savage. And of course, you know, jealous Macho Man got pissed off because Hogan was talking to Elizabeth backstage, you know, after she got hurt or something, and he lost his mind and started beating him with his championship belt, and it was on and popping then. Just the build up to WrestleMania, you know. And yeah, I quit watching. After they busted up because I was a huge Macho Man fan, and to see him lose like that, I was upset, man. It really was. Let's see. There's a video of Ozzy's life made with AI. Wow. You know, the AI stuff is neat and everything, but I saw one the other day that was just absolutely crazy. It was, have you guys seen the one with Gal Gadot and Superman? It's pretty funny. Let's see. I remember watching, not live, the WrestleMania where Hogan picked up Andre the Giant, slammed him, sort of. Yeah. Well, look, guys, I've said this a million times. Wrestling is not fake. It's scripted. It's scripted. These guys work together to make these things look way worse than they are, but they're still getting slammed. They're still getting messed up. If I didn't think I'd be hit, I would show you the video I show every time somebody tells me that wrestling's fake. I'm like, really? Okay. I want you to watch the match between Seth Rollins and John Cena. It was around 2021, 22, something like that. Seth Rollins missed his high knee lift just a little bit and put John's nose on the right side of his face, and he was bleeding all over the place. And you know, you can say what you want about Cena. The guy is a professional. They kept going for 6 more minutes after his nose was broken. I mean, the ref had hit the X. Like, wait a minute. You know, he's checking him out, and blood pouring out of his face. He was like, nah, I'm good. Let's go. You know, let's go. Let's fucking go. Right? I mean, this is how John Cena was that night.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah! Now, there might have been some echo on that one. I'm hoping not. But yeah, it's not fake, guys. It's scripted. There's a difference. They know what the outcome is, except for the Montreal screw job, of course, when the greatest that ever be and all that shit got screwed over. But let's see. What am I missing here? Wow, guys got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's see. Epstein has such a pushable face. Yeah. Punchable face. Punchable. Is that what you're trying to say? Punchable. Yeah, I hear you. They did something similar when Chris Benoit. Oh, wait, too soon. Vince, you and the Chris Benoit stuff, man. I swear. Gremlins 2, the new batch. Yes, exactly. Let's see. Killy Chow, you know the Gremlins were evil when all they wanted to see was Snow White. Yeah, no doubt, right? What the hell? That's funny. The original, not the crappy remake. Yeah, no doubt. Gal Gadot. Hello, nurse. Look, you see, we've done messed him up already. He's already run out the room. Okay, so let's see. Show them any match with Mankind, especially the Undertaker Hell in a Cell match. Oh, the one where his front teeth went through his lip. Oh my God, I know the one you're talking about. Wee, that was bad, bro. Let's see. The WrestleMania 13 match between Stone Cold and Bret Hart was awesome in that there was a double turn. Stone Cold never said those two words. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But there's no denying the fact that without Hulk Hogan, without that individual right there, boys and girls, we don't have the wrestling product called the WWE that we have today. When he was getting pushed by Vince, it was WWF, and then you all know the lore behind that. You know the World Wildlife Federation. No, the World Wildlife Fund, I think is what it's called. Sued him for the rights. So that's why he changed it to WWE. But he was sports entertainment, boys and girls. That was it. That dude right there. One of the best promos there is. Look, and don't forget, when you're talking wrestling, if you can't do a promo, you can't cut it in the business. And he was one of the better promos out there, man. You saw it in that clip I showed. Dude, the guy could talk. No doubt about it. Let me tell you something, brother. Right? He was awesome. Let's see. Should I mention Owen Hart? Yeah, you can mention him. He gave his life for a sport, right? Of course, it was an accident. He was high up in the rafters on a cable and it broke, and he died. But these guys, look, a lot of them have health problems. Look, it's amazing that Hulk Hogan lived to the age of 71, boys and girls. Let me tell you something. Most of the wrestlers that he wrestled with are dead. Most of them are. Okay, because that was the steroid era. That's when they were juicing like crazy to look humongous. I mean, my favorite wrestler, the Macho Man, died in his 50s. He had a heart attack while he was driving. You know, I mean, yeah, he had a large heart because of steroid use. You know, loved the Macho Man to death. I loved him, man. He was awesome. Compare that with the Ultimate Warrior. Now, the Ultimate Warrior, he loved what he did too, but yeah, he was a little bit different cat, wasn't he? Yeah, he was high energy and everything, but not so good with the promo. Not so good with that. Randy and this guy could do it all day long. Really could. Who's your favorite wrestler, guys? Let me know in the chat. Do you even watch wrestling? You know? But yeah, two huge icons gone. Ozzy, we kind of saw it coming, you know, and if you listen to some of these guys that know what was going on with Hulk Hogan, they saw it coming with him too. There were rumors that he had been in a coma and a bunch of other shit. His kids were defending the fact that he was having a hard time. I tell you what, though, let me see if I can find the tweet by Dustin Rhodes Jr. Let me see if I can find that real quick because he was very emphatic about the death of Hulk Hogan. Let me tell you. He had something to say about that. That's for damn sure. he basically said hospitals kill people is what he said. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Dustin. I'm just going to punch in Dustin. See what it's okay. Dustin Rhodes. That's him. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, he's talking. Okay, most of these things are about Collision and some other shows he's on. Scrolling back to the day that he died, which should be in there pretty close. Where's the Hogan one at? I don't see the Hogan one. But I'd heard about it on one of the let me see. Dustin Rhodes. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to punch in Dustin Rhodes. Hulk Hogan. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Wrestling news. Oh, that's from a long time ago. Giving him hell. All right, I guess I can't find it, but I was watching one of my wrestling shows, and they basically said that Dustin Rhodes had come out there and said, hey, hospitals kill people. Because apparently this was all from complications from a neck surgery he had done. So, and his recovery from that. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. Owen Hart was the reason why the crow sting always looked like a pussy repelling from the roof. That's fucked up, man. You go, Vince. Junkyard Dog also died in a car accident. Yes, he did. I was blessed enough to watch these guys when I was very young. Shreveport Municipal Auditorium was actually home base for Mid-South Wrestling. Junkyard Dog, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, of course, local talent, Dr. Death Steve Williams. I got to watch these guys growing up, man. They were awesome. Loved them. That was before. See, this is the thing. All wrestling was regional back in the day. When I was young, that it was we either got stuff from Mid-South Wrestling or World Class Wrestling. I think it was called World Class. I think it's World Class. The Von Erichs, based out of Texas. Every once in a while, you'd see them mix it up with the Mid-South guys, but mostly World Class was the Freebirds. My man, Michael P.S. Hayes, who's been working for the WWE forever, ever since he hung up his boots. And the Von Erichs, the feud there in World Class was awesome. Operating out of the Sportatorium in Texas. I'm sure you guys have seen Iron Claw. But I got to see Mid-South. Mid-South was awesome, man. I really enjoyed Mid-South. And one of the first Louisiana champions was Ric Flair. Ric Flair just used to go from different regions and friggin' and beat their champs and stuff, man. I remember what turned me on to wrestling to begin with. Of course, guys, you got to remember, I am 60. I've been around for a long time. I was born in 65. And when I was a young kid, they sold comic books and magazines in Pack-a-Sack, which was the precursor to 7-Eleven and Circle K. We had a Pack-a-Sack here, and we walked the 4 blocks to go pick up our comic books. And one day in the magazine rack, I saw a wrestling magazine. And these old wrestling magazines, look them up. Some of them probably worth money. They had photographs of these wrestling matches because you couldn't watch a lot of them. You know, they were on a Saturday night, and you had to go see it live, but they would have photographers there. As a matter of fact, that's where my favorite manager of all time started, Jim Cornette. And I still listen to his podcast, man. I think Jim's awesome. I don't believe agree with him politically and everything, but I do love him as a manager, and he knows his shit about wrestling, and he was one of the guys that was instrumental in the Montreal screw job. But he was a photographer. That's how he started in the wrestling business. He was taking pictures of wrestlers. He loved wrestling, and he was good with a camera. So he became a photographer for these wrestling magazines. And I opened this thing up, and it was a match between Harley Race, who's on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, boys and girls. If you've never heard of Harley Race, look him up. The guy was awesome. He's a white man with a fro. Big old dude. And it was between Harley Race and Ric Flair for the 10 pounds of gold, the NWA championship, which at that time, during the days of the regionals, NWA was the belt. That's what everybody wanted. Right now, it's the WWE belt, because that's the top of the top now is WWE. But back in the day, it was the 10 pounds of gold. The National Wrestling Alliance. Yes, the one, the guy, he's a musician. What the hell is his name? I can't remember. But he bought it not too long ago, and it's seen the resurgence. But they still do the old studio show, the television studio show, which is what Mid-South was. All these regional shows were studio wrestling shows. They were awesome, man. But Vince McMahon, when he got control of WWE from his father, he went around scooping up all these regional places, bought them all out, kept the wrestlers he wanted, got rid of the other ones, and joined it all into WWE. And the guy he put on point was Terry Bollea. That's the real name of Hulk Hogan. Okay. He was the point man. He was the one that brought their product to it. Took the regionals to a global level. After WrestleMania 3 and what happened there in the Silverdome. Yeah, it was on and popping after that. WWE's never let go of the reins of being the number one company. The only time they struggled was in the 90s when the Hulk Hogan, Nash, and Scott Hall started the NWO. That's the only time WWE's ever struggled since. Yeah, that's the only time. And Hulk Hogan was the point man there. So whether you like the guy or not, he's had his problems. He's had his bouts with, he's been called a racist because some of his comments. He had the Bubba the Love Sponge controversy over there in Florida, that kind of thing. But you know what? I don't give a shit about any of that. Nobody's perfect. No, you without sin, cast the first stone. That's all I got to tell you. Okay. No one's perfect, but that guy, wrestling would not be what it is today without Terry Hulk Hogan. Would not be what it is today. There's no way. Whether you like him or not, you have to recognize he is number one on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. He really is. Let's see. Not my favorite, but my brother bought me a poster of Sting. Yeah. I've got a good friend that's a huge Sting fan, loves him, because he thought it was the Crow. Well, that was his whole shtick. He was the Crow of wrestling at that time, right? And that was probably the third iteration of him, I'd say. He kept reinventing himself too, and him and Hogan had a really good back and forth in WCW, if you remember. Type in Gold Dust. I'm not worried about it. I know what he said, so I heard it from a good source. In my Tony Schiavone voice, it's Sting. Yeah, no doubt. Look, Sting was part of my favorite match ever. This has turned into a wrestling podcast. I'll be damned. And you know what's funny? Gary from Pop Culture Minefield has expressed that he would like me to start a wrestling show on Pop Culture Minefield, because he knows I love it so much, and he really misses that show. He, of all the shows that he was not on, he enjoyed that one the most, because he did. He's not a huge super fan, but he likes wrestling. Rip Roddy Piper. Oh my God, yeah, and he was another one in the steroid era. I mean, they all died young. Woo! Oh, you should look. You want to see something to break your heart? Go look at Ric Flair's reaction to the death of Hulk Hogan. The man could, of course, this is part of the reason why they don't have him on a lot of broadcasts with WWE. He's so emotional about wrestling. That guy cries at the drop of a hat. Okay, he does. He gets blubbery, you know. And he was just boohooing like crazy when TMZ was talking to him about it. Pack-a-Sack. Yeah, that was the name of the place. It was Pack-a-Sack. Yep. Let's see. Roddy Piper is chewing bubble gum and kicking ass in the afterlife, and he's all out of bubble gum. No doubt about it, baby. Let's see. How many racists or misogynists remakes did I drop here? Yeah, a bunch. Remarks did I drop here? A bunch. But you know what? Hey, first of all, when it comes to the racism thing, and you can agree with me or not agree with me, I don't care. I'm kind of like Morgan Freeman when it comes to it. People that talk about race are the racists. I don't ever bring it up. It never comes into a conversation with me. And when it gets brought up, I just look at them and go, all right, whatever. I'm pretty sure Martin Luther King's speech, content of character, not the color of skin. I mean, that's just the way it is. Let's see. You should do a wrestling show. I've done them in the past. We did one on Pop Culture Minefield at one time. Go look up Dork Side of the Ring on Pop Culture Minefield. You'll see them all. I'm pretty sure he hadn't pulled them down. That should be still in the library. Look that up. I had a section in it called, what was that called? State of the Apron, where I would, who's saying happy birthday here? Matt from Small Time Republic. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you. I miss you, man. We all miss you. He used to be a staple of the Joe's Atmosphere channel. But he hasn't, he's in the chats, but we miss his dry sense of humor, man. He's really good. Appreciate you, man. Made it to 60. Let's see. Yeah. State of the Apron. What I used to do was I would talk about, cause everybody knows about WWE, and AEW. One of the episodes we did, I actually educated my co-host, a guy named Danny, known as the Dork Knight. You've probably seen him in streaming before. Hope he's doing well. If you're out there, Danny, shout out. It's good to know you're still around. Anytime. He is the daughter of the infamous Penny that you see in the chats all the time. That's Penny's son. Danny. Anyway, the Dork Knight and I did the wrestling show, and State of the Atmosphere, or not State of the Atmosphere, but State of the Apron was a thing I did with, I would tell you what was going on in the smaller organizations, because I don't just watch WWE and AEW. I watch Major League Wrestling. I watch there's one in California. There's one in Memphis. NWA. There are all kinds of wrestling. We actually on Dork Side of the Ring one time we interviewed a girl that actually works with my brother. Hang on, I'll pull her up real quick. I know I've got her on Facebook. She's known as Next Level Nikki now, but at the time she was a face. But when we interviewed her, she told us she was about to turn heel, and she was known as Next Level. Nikki Victory was her name. Let's see what she goes by now. I'm going to type in Nikki Victory first. See what comes up. Might have to look up Next Level Nikki now. But she wrestles in the Cincinnati area up there in Ohio. And she's pretty damn good. Let's see. Next Level Nikki. Maybe she's changed her name. I I don't even know if she's still wrestling or not. Oh, there's one of the old posts. Yeah, that's State of the Ape. Yeah, State of the Ape in interview. Here you go, guys. This is one of the old episodes we did. But let me, because I screwed up and did. Let me see if I can find her. Next Level Nikki. No, it's too bad. Nikki Blackheart. Nikki's nails. You would think I would have. Yeah, there's the interview with her. But she's actually done some dark matches for AEW at that time. There she is. Let's see. Nikki Victory. Let me hit the link. There she is. Okay. There's her page. Yeah, we interviewed this girl. Go check it out on Pop Culture Minefield channel. I don't mind giving them traffic. You guys go check out Gary's page and look for the interview we did with Nikki Victory, man. Looks like Northern Wrestling Federation is the name of it. Fan Fest. What is this? 17 Summer Sizzler. There she is, all the way to the right. Nikki, I've got her T-shirt. She's a great girl, man. Go watch that interview with her, man. That's her on the right. That's her, and she's a bad guy now named Next Level Nikki. I think that's back when she was a good guy. But yeah, she's a great girl, man. That the shades on, that's like Next Level Nikki right there. And that's probably her. One of these guys is probably her husband. She wrestles with her husband. So, but anyway, yeah, I love wrestling, guys. I just don't watch it as much as I used to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, go give Nikki Victory a follow, man, and check her out. I mean, the girl is gorgeous. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Who turned us on to her? My brother. Apparently, she works with him. She's one of the. He's a logistics manager, and she's somebody he deals with on a weekly basis for supplies. So, love Nikki to death. I think she's awesome. But yeah, that's the interview show we did over on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. Definitely want to check that out. You know what I'm saying? It may be on my channel too. I'm not sure. I think we simulcast it, but State of the Apron was my baby, and it was just that. It was stuff that's off the beaten path. It's stuff that you're not going to see on WWE and things like that. So let's see. Let me get back up here. Sting and Ric Flair did have the very first and last match in WCW. Really? Is that right? Wouldn't be surprised at all. Let me see. I do it in good fun. Oh yeah, of course. Yes, exactly. We know that. Hey Joe, I can't stay long, but just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I hope it's a good one, man. Every day above ground for me is gravy, and it's a great day. Every day above ground is a great day for me. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. You guys know that. If you watch my channel at all, you know that. Thank you, E. Clay Thomas. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Vince says I don't care. Let's see. He says I still don't care. Let's see. Between the constant late night travels, roids, booze, cigarettes, drugs, and injuries, that's a hard life for wrestlers in past times. No doubt. I mean, wrestling is not what it used to be. I mean, I really recommend Jim Cornette's podcast. If you want to hear about, you should hear some of the stories he tells about regional wrestling days. He talks about going to Mississippi. There's some place in Mississippi where a riot almost broke out. I mean, it was a different thing back in the regional days, man. You know, it was live. Everything happened right there live. State of the Apron, a cooking segment. No. If you do, you got to be messing with me, Vince. I know you know this. The apron is the hardest part of the ring. It's where they drape the promotional shit on the side of the ring, but that part. That's the hard frame. And anytime those guys do a move on that, I get really, really, I get scared. Let me see if that video, that entrance video I used to have is still here. I think I still have it. Let me see. I try and keep everything. Let's see. Wonder where State of the Apron is, if it's still here. Yep, there it is. Hang on a second. Let me see. Stop sharing. Okay, hit this. Share video. I understand. Okay, go here. And I'll show you the old, this is just a video I used as my entrance to my segment of our wrestling show. It was called State of the Apron. Here you go. It's no sound, but it's Big E dropping himself on the apron on this guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are we doing? I mean, anytime they make a move on the apron, look at that. Oh, jeez. I don't understand, man. You do it on the apron. It's just, you're asking for bad things to happen. Hang on. Yeah, let's watch that again. Big E dropping all of his weight on this guy. Oh, I think that's Benoit right there, dropping RDV or whatever his name is. That's just a regional wrestling right there, those two. Then you got my boy Roman Reigns coming in with the friggin' what do they call that? Drive-by. He called that move the drive-by. Yeah. That was my little the entrance to State of the Apron, man. Love it. Let's see. Super Shogun Wrestling in Michigan. Really? Very cool, man. Look, if you've got a regional wrestling promotion, go see it. See if it's worth a damn. One of my best friends that I play DCUO with, I could probably, I don't know if it'd get hit or not, but his video is actually on YouTube. He had a thing, I can't remember the name of his bad guy persona, but he was into wrestling for a long time. Let's see. Back in the day, Pro Wrestling Illustrated was about our only access to smaller promotions. Was that the name of it? Pro Wrestling Illustrated? I just know it had black and white photos and everybody's face was bleeding. In the wrestling profession, they do something called blading. And a guy that brought it back pretty prevalently when he started AEW with Tony Khan was Cody Rhodes. One of the reasons why he bleached his hair blonde was so you could see the crimson when his blood started flowing in his hair. I mean, that was one of the big things his dad did. That's why his dad was blonde. It was pretty cool stuff. Let's see. Death by Snoo. Yeah, no doubt. Right. Hello, nurse. Must be talking about Nikki. Next level Nikki. Yeah, he can't take it. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, they're okay. She's all right. Let's check that out real quick. We got her. There it is. Her Instagram page. He put it in there real quick. Let's see what's going on the Instagram page. When was the last post? Hopefully she's still wrestling. This girl was a joy to interview. She really was. And it always, you guys that watch wrestling, back me up if you understand what I'm about to say. It seems like the greatest bad guys are the nicest people on the planet. They really are. The people that do this, they're the nicest people on the planet. Uh-oh. We've gone past the 1 hour mark. You know how that goes. If you watch the video game show, you know I have to have an hourly shot when I'm streaming with booze. So it's time for another shot of Jacques Daniels, brought to you by the New Orleans Rainbow Shot Glass. But it's tie-dyed, folks. I mean, look right there. It's tie-dyed. It's not a rainbow flag. Cheers. Another birthday shot. Woohoo! Apparently, we've got an X link for it too. Okay, so let's take a look at this. When was this one put up? Does it have a date? Oh, that was from 2 years ago. Oh, that sucks. She must not be going anymore. Oh, really? Come on, Nikki. Yeah, she hasn't put anything up lately. AEW Dark. We interviewed her shortly after she did this one right here. Yeah. She actually, you know, if you don't know what that is, AEW, of course, is the Dynamite show that's on Wednesdays. But the Dark was, I don't even know if they're still doing Dark. But Dark was their YouTube channel, and they put matches on there at the smaller time wrestlers. But hopefully she's still doing it. Hopefully. Let's see. Let's check out her X real quick and see if she's still doing it. Okay. Let's see when her last post was on X. Yeah. Oh, that's a pinned one from 2022. Yeah, April of last year. Yeah. Yeah, she hasn't done anything in a while. That's a shame. She's a sweetheart. I hope she had fun in her career. I really do. But you watch some of these. I've seen some guys get really hurt doing this. Really have. Let's take a look. That's her in the dark match. You go, Nikki. Nikki was cool, man. She really was. Okay, so anyway, this has turned into a wrestling podcast. My gosh. Let's see. Uh-oh, he's here. He should be giving me a video because of my birthday stream. But thank you very much, my good man. And if you don't know who if you don't know who Fuck Headquarters 2005 is, let me clue you in.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim is here. What's going on, man? Thank you for the birthday wishes, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. What else we got here? What else is going on? Say what you want about WWE, but the non-televised live events are fun. Yes, they are. I've been to several. I love them. The last one I went to, Ronda Rousey was still wrestling, and got to see her. And the things I remember the most about that live event was how we were. Actually, it was Ronda Rousey's masseuse. It was a female masseuse that she had hired to give her a massage and limber her up before the matches and stuff. And she had given her free tickets, and her girlfriend, okay, yeah, they were girlfriend, worked with my wife and had 2 extra tickets and brought us along, and they were front row, closest I've ever been in a wrestling match. And it was a live event. Place was packed. Got to see what's his name? Does Claymore's his move. Oh my gosh. Let me think. Her X account is empty. Yeah, I hear you. Oh God, the Scottish guy with the Claymore. That's his move. I hope you had a shot, Keely Chow. I hope you did. A drink from a gay cup. No. Come on, Tim. You know better than that. It's ma'am. That's right. It's ma'am, Vince. Hail to you, Tim. Let's see. Yeah, Drew McIntyre. Thank you very much, Keely Chow. That's him. The guy he's got the sword and everything, comes out in a kilt. That man is massive. He is freaking huge. He jumped up on the turnbuckle, and thank God he wears his trunks underneath his kilt. Ugh, because we were sitting right underneath the turnbuckle he jumped up on. He is huge. I'm damn near 6 feet tall, guys, and he's huge. He is a huge mammoth human being. He's got to be 6'6" at least. Let me look it up real quick. Pretty sure he's in the 6'6" range. Drew McIntyre. How do you spell it? just showed me, didn't you? Yeah, MC. There he is. Boom. Professional wrestler. Let's put this up there. Drew McIntyre overview. Let's see his Wikipedia. Should tell us how tall he is. 6'5". Really? I'm wrong? He's 6'5"? Now, I don't care what this thing says. The boots must make him look taller because he is huge. That guy is mammoth. Scared the shit out of me when I first saw him. So not a real Scotsman. Well, I mean, he's wrestling, man. He can't go out there with his jigger all over the place. You can't do that. The stuff they do at the live events, they can't do on television. Imagine seeing CM Punk running to the ring wearing a shower cap and a towel to fight the Judgment Day, right? Yeah, look, the live events are cool. Here's the thing, though. You hardly ever see belts change hands at a live event. It's usually, if the champ's wrestling, he's wrestling in a tag team match and his belt's not on the line. You know, they hardly ever. I think I've heard only once of a belt changing hands at a live event. It rarely ever happens. They want that to happen on regular television, you know. So, but anyway, okay. So what's next? What do you guys want to yak about? I'm going to pull up that. AI video real quick. I got to show you guys this thing. I don't know if I'll get hit for it or not, but I need to find it, and it should be in my history. All I have to do is search my history real quick. I think I watched it Friday night, and I haven't been watching many videos, so it should be easy for me to find. It's the one of Superman and Wonder Woman. There it is. I got it. Hang on. This is crazy, dude. This AI stuff, man. They're able to make things absolutely crazy now. They really can. All right. Now, this is something that I've learned I've got to use to share things and not get echo. And I'm still working on it, guys. I'm still working on it for the video game stream. I don't know exactly how to do it, but check this out right here, guys. This is absolutely insane. This is, well, here you go. It says Superman and Wonder Woman, the shocking truth. Real quick, let's exit full screen so we can give credit where credit is due. This is We Will AI, 1.5 thousand subscribers. I'm not subscribing to it because I'm just not going to subscribe to AI channels, but you can see some crazy shit. Anyway, check this out, guys. This is amazing.
Date night, but make it airborne. Try to keep up, hero.
Try to keep up, hero.
Save the world. Again.
And still no pineapple.
We sometimes just fuck far off.
Yeah, we splashing around her.
You said you wanted a view.
I meant from a cafe. We've got no map.
But look at Escape. Did you see Escape there? There's a split
Good.
cake.
Day off in London, still saving hearts.
Only yours.
Save the planet. Time for pints.
And this round's on Batman.
Winner picks the next mission.
Hope you like babysitting the Flash.
Now here's my problem with Dr. Dot here. She sounds like she's English, doesn't she?
You said you knew how to cook.
I meant heat vision the garlic bread.
You said one donut.
I lied.
It was powdered donuts.
Yeah, definitely donuts.
Not how I pictured Friday night.
We earned it. He's gonna be so mad.
Worth it.
It didn't even look like he said
Who
that,
needs
did
business class?
To turbulence.
Who needs business class? To turbulence.
Moon runs hit different.
You said warm up. Clark, maybe spot me?
You've got this. I believe in you.
I let you win.
That's not what the puddle says.
What?
To international waters.
And zero accountability.
Still hot, unlike Gotham. Still think this was just a cheat meal?
Depends what's for dessert.
Uh-oh. Look out. Don't show as killing Baby Yoda to Anna. Yeah, no doubt. She freaked out when he did that. But yeah, Anna would love this. Love to be Wonder Woman to Henry Cavill Superman. No doubt. No doubt. She is in love with that guy, isn't she? Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, this AI stuff is getting nuts, man. That sounded like Henry Cavill. Didn't sound so much like Gal Gadot, man. The accent was all wrong. She sounded British, didn't she? That's the way she sounded to me. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Really don't. But anyway, what else are we into tonight, guys? Let's see. Of course, I can always come over here to X, and you know what my default is. I'm gonna have to cut it out, but I'll show it to you guys. I'll have to cut it out of the YouTube stream, but you know what my default is with X, man. My boy, where is my man known as Steve Inman? If you guys haven't watched his channel before, he's probably my favorite dude on X. Let me see if I can find him real quick. I know I follow him, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Steve. Yep, there he is. As soon as I punched in Steve, there he is. If you guys have never seen this guy's channel before, my God, it's funny. He does the voiceover for the Buffalo Wild Wings commercials, okay? And it's just, the guy's got a great... I think the first video I ever saw him do, it was about a tiger losing its mind, okay? Oh, my God. Yeah, I can imagine. This one's nuts. Hang on. Let me get this going here. I've got to share the tab. I need to just keep that up where I can go back to it. Chrome tab. Here we go. And Steve's going to make me drop this. I'm going to get hit by it, but man, you want to talk about some fun shit.
Let me at him, having his girlfriend.
Here we go. Steve Inman.
Drunken hoodlums looking to take on the burly middle-aged man, and now serving up McNuckles sandwiches left and right. Nothing but combinations. My God, enough combinations to serve a whole damn family. Now adding a family-sized beverage to the mix, hooking him up with a side of Hawaiian punch and a little bit of dessert. This guy's like, let me at him. Let me at him. Having his girlfriend try and hold him back, goes in there and gets an ass whooping. Well, you have casualties on the side looking like a Michelangelo painting. Either Chaz forgot his belt at home or he's signaling inmates in hopes of becoming their bitch. But corn-fed Fred looks like he's not going to back down anytime soon from this idiot. Corn-fed Fred circles around looking for that opening, and it looks like he found it.
Oh,
Chaz immediately
I love the reboot sound.
Corn-fed Fred's bitch tonight. Obviously, his pants sagging didn't signal any inmates. They know better than to mess with corn-fed Fred. Corn-fed Fred steps up to the plate. He's like, come here, you little whippersnapper, and snaps into his chin like a friggin' Slim Jim. Neck snapping back like a human Pez dispenser. And, of course, his knees buckle like a newborn deer. Looks like we have another.
Okay, let me go ahead and pause that because I can't keep playing these. They will hit me bigger than shit. But that guy is hilarious. Speaking of places for beer and sports, Sherry's Slam and Clams and Sherry's Clam Shack were the best places for seafood, beer, and sports. Buddy boy, let me tell you something, Killy Chow. They don't even talk about that on Comics Division's channel anymore. Really don't. But yeah, I could listen to Steve Inman all day. His sports commentary on these World Star videos and shit. They're hilarious, man. My God. Go follow him on X. You will get a dose of fun every time you watch the guy. He will crack you up. Pow! Right in the kisser. That's right. Pow! Right in the kisser. So what else are we talking about tonight, guys? What else do you want to get into? Let's see. Hang on a second. I guess you need some help from Cody.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
I'm just kidding. Okay, so let me tell you the new browser I'm using. I'm digging. I think it's pretty cool. There's a few bells and whistles I wish it had. Like, for instance, I wish you could take a GIF and download it and put it in here. But for the most part, it works pretty well. Keely Chow says, Sherry's Super Bowl viewing parties were legendary. Yeah, for sure, man. I would imagine so. But yeah, I had a good birthday. My mom took me out to dinner. We went to Logan's, and she picked up my comic books for me. As a matter of fact, I got some comic books to bag and board too. Not the ones that I got for my birthday, but I've got some over here. Hang on. Let's see what I've got here. See what I've got here for bagging and boarding. I don't even read these things anymore, guys. I just, I'm a big fan of my comic book shop locally, so I buy them to support the shop and just add to my collection. Yeah, let's see what I got here. This is from a few months ago. Yeah, they've rebooted Spider-Man again. I got some the other day that said I got numbers 6, 7, and 8. Why do they keep rebooting the numbers? Are they afraid to put 700 and something on something? What the hell, man? I don't get it. First of all, I shouldn't show this in front of Tim. I shouldn't show this in front of Tim. Here you go, Tim. Your favorite number in the entire world. Of course, it's probably about the third or fourth time we've hit this issue in Amazing Spider-Man. But this one has got Doom. Let's see. One World Under Doom. I'll have to check that storyline out. Anyway, it looks like Dr. Doom is flying with Spider-Man all beat up. And I don't know what that is in the background there. It looks like a skull with spider legs coming off it. I don't know what that is. I have no clue. Oh my gosh. Now I'm seeing everything. Hang on. Sometimes I just go pick these things up and I don't even know what I have. Okay. So let's hope. I'm pretty sure they don't put nudes on friggin' comic books anymore, but you never know. Maybe I've got an issue of heavy metal in here. I don't know. Well, I was going to set these down somewhere. But here we go. There we go. I can reach them right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and, I know Gary does this on the real BBC occasionally. He'll bag and board. But yeah, I'm still bagging and boarding. Every time I get my comics, I get bags and boards for them. That's what takes care of them, guys. That's what takes care of them. See what the next one is. Oh my gosh, look. Yet another character done up as Spider-Man. Look, it's the Juggernaut wearing a Spider-Man outfit. The hell? This is issue 70, and it says, of course, issue 70. Let's see what edition it is. Should say it's somewhere in here. Or maybe it's on the back page or something. They used to have it on the front. But I don't. Oh, yeah. It's on the back page now, just like I said. 70, May 2025. So I didn't get this that long ago. Well, I guess they don't give the edition number anymore. But I know for sure that they've had an issue 70 of this that probably came out before 1970. Hello. Because Spider-Man started in 1963. But yeah, we got him as the Juggernaut here. What a deal, huh? You put Spider-Man on anything, it sells. It does. not just to me, to anybody. Let's see. Let's see what we're saying here. Vince says, because investors think when they get an issue, a number one issue, it'll be worth something. That's, yeah. And those of us that know comic books know that's not the case. The last time I appraised any comic books I own, it wasn't me that appraised them. It was my wife, the Royal Fox. She appraised my book collection because she was at the height of her gambling addiction. I should have asked myself what was going on there. But this was back in like 2010. She told me that the most expensive comic book that I owned was Ultimate Spider-Man #3. #3, not the first issue, #3. And I'm sure he would tell you, Vince would tell you what I know. It has nothing to do with the number. It has to do with how rare the book is, how many went out in circulation, and how many are left. You know, that's what makes a book expensive. If Toxin Man Flu was here, he would be triggered. Oh, well. Let's see. Clobby also owned a comic shop. Rip. No doubt. Miss Clobby, man. I really do. He probably would not have liked this movie that they came out with. I liked it, but the only reason why I say he wouldn't like it is because he's a comic book purist. Okay. And that's a different kind of person. I had a friend of mine, God love him. He committed suicide in Vegas years ago, but I used to play DC Universe Online with him. And he was known in the circles as Mr. Ice Guy. And he hated two things in life. If you brought him up, he got super triggered. Number one was the show with that had all the scientists on it with Kaylee Kuko. What the hell was the name of that show? Why am I blanking on the name of that show? Probably the alcohol, right? Big Bang Theory. That's the name of it. Big Bang Theory. He hated that show. Did not like the way it showed comic book fans at all. But what he forgets is they're not making fun of the comic book fans. They're making fun of the egghead scientists. But I couldn't get through to him on that at all. The other thing he couldn't stand was Christopher Nolan's Batman. He fucking hated that. Anytime somebody brought it up, he let them know exactly why that was the wrongest version of Batman to ever watch, and blah, 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 blah. And he hated it. The voice that Batman used in those shows drove him nuts. He couldn't stand it, man. Hated it. Let's see. Have you read any of the Energon universe comic books? You got to be talking about Transformers, because I was a huge fan of Transformers when I was younger, but I watched the TV show. I didn't watch I didn't read the comic books, but I hear they've got some great comic books. Who does those, by the way? Let me know there in the chat there, Vince. But yeah, I would imagine they'd be fun to read. Hot naked women, ugly women trying to be sexy by wearing superhero costumes. Yeah, right. Okay, I am back, birthday boy. I hear you, John. I hear you. If you want to join the discussion live, go ahead and hit the link. I don't care. Either way, you can hang out in the chat or whatever. But it's good to see you, John. Good to see you. By the way, guys, I've got to remind you guys, and I need to download this thing. Hang on one second. Speaking of John Das Wolfen, I do have to remember to download this thumbnail right here, because guess what, boys and girls? It is upon us again. It's coming up so fast. It just crept up on all of us. Guess what happens Thursday, boys? And Das Wolfen has joined, so I'll have to find that in a second. What's going on, young man? How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Glad to see your mic's working. I don't know what, dude, I don't know what you're watching on that monitor, but it's giving you red eyes. That's a badass look, man. That is a badass look.
That's actually the reflection from your orange background.
Is that what it is? Okay. That's pretty cool, man. But yeah, the Hall of Fame game's Thursday, bro.
Yep. I know.
Wow, it's upon us. You know, that's going to have to shift my whole schedule. I was telling my mother this morning, I said, look, this Sunday, you're going to go to church with Rhonda, but I'm going to church I think I'm going to church at like 8:30 in the morning, bro. I think that's when I'm going. So I can get back in time for 10 o'clock because I usually go at 10:15. You know, that's when we go these days. But yeah, I'm going to have to start going earlier because we do our first show about the off season and the Hall of Fame weekend this Sunday. As a matter of fact, I'm fixing to pull it down. I forgot to grab it before the show, but take me 2 seconds to grab it. The thumbnail that I'm going to use for today's show. Look, I created a great picture of all of us for promoting our football show. It's got all of us as either the coach. Yeah, here it is. Hang on. That one right there, guys. Hall of Fame and off-season recap. Yes. It's got me as Pete Carroll. It's got John as, it's got Knock as John Elway. It's got John over there as big man. What's your head coach's name?
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. That's right. I'm having a senior moment. And then we got Matt from Small Time Republic as who was he playing? He was playing
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, who's coaching the Denver Broncos right now, but he won a Super Bowl with the Saints. Yeah. So we got that coming this Sunday, guys, at 10 a.m. We're going to go over the offseason and everything. So looking forward to that. Huh?
I said, we got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do. We got a lot to talk about. I got a lot of prep to do for that show because we got rule stuff we're going to have to talk about and a bunch of other stuff, man. This turned into a wrestling podcast for a little while there, though, man, because of Hulk Hogan and that discussion. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, Kelly Chow's got the footballs up. Look out. Yeah. It's that time of year, man. Love it. And I told my wife, I checked with her first too. I was like, look, are you going to mind taking mom to church on Sundays? Because I'm going to be doing my show. And she's like, yeah, I got it. No problem. So let's see. Yeah, Big Bang Theory. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. Yeah. I was just talking about a friend of mine. God love him. His name is Harry Simon. I have a picture of him here somewhere on Facebook. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Harry was a fucking sweetheart, but as are some of the greatest comedians you'll ever meet, they're very depressed people. And it got him. It got him in the end. He committed suicide on Christmas Eve. I want to say it was around. Oh God, we've been playing DCO together for about 7 years when he did it. So that would have been around 2018, I believe. His dad had passed away, and his dad was his benefactor basically. And Harry had a lot of health problems. He was a big dude. When I find this picture to show you guys, you'll understand what I'm talking about. He was a big fella. He loved comic books, and there were certain things that he just could not stand. Let me see. Hell, he might not even be here on Facebook anymore. I don't know if they purge accounts or what, but I had a great picture of him with Stan Lee. I may still have it. Hang on a second. Let me look. I'm going to look in the privateers. I could almost guarantee that I have it somewhere in the privateers page. I'll probably have his picture in here somewhere. Let me see where the photos at. Here they are. See all photos. And I'll just scroll down for a second and see. A lot of it's going to be announcements for the shows and stuff, but I think I had a real life segment of mythology. DC Universe Online is a game that I play, and a lot of the friendships I have are from that game. And I go out and I try and meet them as much as I can in real life. And we have an entire section of, I wonder if I can, let's see. No. Well, I can't find it right now, but Harry was a big guy, and he was a comic book purist. And the two things he hated the most was the Big Bang Theory. He did not like how that portrayed comic book culture. And I tried to tell him, I said, dude, they're not making fun of comic book culture. They're making fun of the idiot scientists. That's all it is. And he's like, no, can't stand it. Yeah. You know, and the other thing he couldn't stand was Batman. Christopher Nolan's Batman specifically. He could not stand it. He was one of these comic book, it better be like the comic book or I don't like it kind of things.
It's all about sending a message.
Right? It's all about sending a message.
Do
Yeah,
I
he
look
couldn't
like a
stand it.
man with a plan?
Yeah, but see, I love that. He hated it. He couldn't stand it. Didn't like it. The thing that really pissed him off is when in Dark Knight Rises, when Alfred left him. He said Alfred would never do that. He would never leave it, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, we just got into it because I was talking comic books. I decided to start bagging and boarding a little bit. I've got some that I have to, you know, do up. Look at this. It's Spider-Man #1. Again, for about probably the 5th or 6th time. I just noticed this the other day when Mom picked up my, we went by and saw, I don't know if I told you this, the guy that actually works the desk at the comic book shop is a guy I graduated high school with. And we went by to see Mark, and I picked up my books, and she bought them. I was going to pick them up with my money, but she said, no, that's part of your birthday present. I said, okay, fine. You know, it was only 5 books, you know, so I didn't. But I noticed it was Spider-Man 6, 7, and 8. I was like, what? They've started it over again? What the hell is this? But looks like in this one, this
Spidey's
must
got
be
a hangnail. We got to restart the series.
right. Something. Actually, it's a fold open cover. Let me go full screen so you guys can see this. Let's see. How do I'm trying to. Oh, I know how to do it. Hang on, John. Just hold that thought. I'll be. I'm fixing to drop you out real quick. Actually, no. Hang on. Can I do it right here? Yeah, I can. Here you go. There you go. I just don't. You know, I'm still learning this program, so.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you've tried to sign up for being a host on here, go ahead and do it while you're logged in to Streamlabs, and you should be able to do it. Knox already been signed up correctly. But
yeah,
anyway,
I need you to send me a link.
You need another link? Okay.
Yeah, it expired on me.
Well, let's see. Well, no, we'll do it off air because I don't want you giving out your email address here and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, check your Twitter.
Okay, hang on. Let me
DM.
get us back to normal here. There we go. Check my Twitter DMs. Okay. What do we got? We got a Das Wolfen. Okay. Oh, check this out. Okay, yeah. Let's share that real quick. I was telling them you were a big Ozzy fan, so no surprise here, boys and girls. Wrong thing. Hang on. I've got to reshare. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do the video game thing with this browser yet, man. So I'm using, when I want to share sound, I'm using Google Tabs. Is what it is. So, Prince of Darkness Ozzy tribute. STL file. Oh, is that for 3D printing? Oh shit. Check it out. Look at that, guys.
Yep.
Look
Got
at
it right
that.
Here. Already printed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, hang on. Can you change the hang on 1 second. Let me get you to big screen real quick. I've got several things in front of me here. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I want to drop that out and then get you big screened like this. Boom. There we go. Yeah, man. That's tiny. Can you up the scale though?
Yeah.
How
this is 25 millimeter. I could actually up it to, like 75 or whatever.
Right.
But this is RPG scale.
Right. I got you. But if somebody wanted to make something bigger, look detailed like this, what size would they make something like this? Do you think?
You probably want to up that to probably 150.
150. As far as height, would this be 12-inch, 6-inch? What?
150 millimeter, whatever that is.
Okay. All right.
Let me look.
Yeah. See, Prince of Darkness. Look at that, man. That is really cool. Ozzy 3D print setup, man.
It
That
would be
is
6 inches
badass.
tall. 150 millimeters, 6 inches.
6 inches? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll get this kind of detail out of it?
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. And you already printed it. Nice.
I've actually
Nice.
printed 2. I printed one for the person I work with.
What are you going to use it for? D&D or something?
No, I just got it to paint.
Damn. Let's see. What are his thoughts about the other Batman movies? Buddy, I think his favorite Batman movies probably were the Tim Burton ones. He dug those. He thought they were pretty cool. Kirkman. What's up, Wolvie? What about Kirkman? I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. They're telling you welcome back here, buddy. Let's see. Transformers, Void Rivals, and G.I. Joe Skybound Image.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're written by Skybound, but published by Image.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He was answering a question I was asking about Transformers because he was talking about the Energon series thing. And I said, you got to be talking about Transformers. That's
IDW has gone through a lot of problems and they lost the license. I think the only thing they have is Turtles.
Yep. Damn, fuck. Let's see. Robin Williams 2. It seems they mask their pain with humor. Now, the thing you've got to know about Robin Williams, and I'm glad you brought that up because I want to let me see if I can find it real quick on YouTube. I know that yes, technically he died of suicide, but believe it or not, there's such a thing as an accidental suicide, folks. Okay, really is. Let me see if I can find Joe Rogan Experience. Bobcat golf weight. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but there's one of him talking with Joe Rogan about Robin Williams. Hang on, let me see. Bobcat golf weight. Okay, I spelled golf weight wrong. It's AIT instead of ATE. And then Robin Williams. Hang on. Should be able to find it. Don't know if you know this or not, guys, but Bobcat Goldthwait was really good friends with Robin Williams. They were really good friends. And here it is. Yeah, got it. All right. So let me pause it. And I've got to put it on something where I can share sound where me and John can talk about it without echoing all over the damn place. So I got to get rid of that and reshare a Google Chrome tab. Hang on, guys. Just take me a second. The reason why I want you guys to see this is he was not a depressed person. Okay. He was not a depressed person at all. Let me go ahead and share this and you guys will be able to see it. Screen. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's check it out real quick.
Hello, freak bitches. Well, there's some guys that just get trapped in a persona. We were just talking about Emo Phillips the other night because Emo Phillips is apparently back to his persona. He let it go for a long time, and he just started just being a guy on stage talking about shit. Apparently, the people weren't into that. So he's like, all right, give the people what they want.
That's the story I tell
this
about.
Is, by the way, I should just clarify. This is just what I've heard. I haven't seen him.
But this is like...
hang on, let me see if
came back with more money. You know, I mean, he was great, right?
Right.
You know, I said I was going to go, but there's something I will address a little bit.
Here we
talk
go.
about. You know, Robin had his coronary report came out, and he had Lewy body dementia.
There it is,
and that is a form of dementia that is very rarely ever discovered when someone's alive. It's usually discovered in their autopsy. So he had this form of dementia. I witnessed it. It was diagnosed as Parkinson's.
Oh.
And I witnessed this. I witnessed his processing reality completely different than the way everybody else does.
What causes it?
It's I'm not sure if it's a gene or what, but I mean, sadly his brain was riddled with this, and so when I think about that, I think about how strong he was. You know, you would have like some days, you'd have a lot of days where he was doing kind of OCD stuff and processing things incorrectly, but then you'd have a day where he was back. So you'd go, oh, well, maybe it's
just had a bad day,
or no, maybe it's the Parkinson's drugs, and they've got to get those dialed in. You know, he was going to doctors, he was in therapy, he was doing, and it just, the only reason I talk about that is his brain was giving him misinformation, complete misinformation. And I don't, and people die from depression, and my heart goes out to them, but that's not what killed him. He really was getting misinformation from his own brain and was suffering from this disease. So I just put that out there because folks know that we were friends, and they'll ask me about it, and I would like a spotlight put on the disease that actually, in my mind, was.
It's called Lewy body dementia, is what it's called.
Yep.
And I talked to my wife, who's a nurse, about it, and she said, "Yeah, that makes perfect sense." We actually know not a direct family member, but my wife was married to a Cattle Parish Sheriff's deputy for 16 years, and he was taking a drug kind of like Ambien. I don't think it was Ambien itself, but he was taking a drug like that because he was having problems sleeping, and in a sleepwalking daze, he put a gun to his head and killed himself. It happens. I mean, the human brain gets the wrong information and it does the wrong thing. It's a shame when it happens. I just wanted to, anytime somebody brings up Robin Williams and dementia and depression, I always want to let them know that's not the thing with him. That's not what it was. And if you, I recommend you go watch that podcast right there, because Bobcat goes on to say that people were thinking that, he was depressed because him and his wife were splitting up. He said it was nothing like that. He was, because of they thought it was Parkinson's, and this thing was giving him the jitters, and he didn't want to wake his wife up in the middle of the night, so he'd sleep on the couch. It wasn't like he was depressed. So yeah, I always like to bring that up, and it's not to call anybody out in the chat. It's to let you know, if you didn't know this information. I always like to shine a light on stuff that I learn over the years, because I do dig into a lot of things that I'm really interested in. I was a huge Robin Williams fan, and when I saw this, I was like, oh man, people need to know that. He wasn't depressed. His body was giving him bad information. And it happens. Another one that I always like to show people is the Chuck Norris interview, where he explains what killed Bruce Lee. There's always a lot of people talking about, did the Chinese mafia kill Bruce Lee and all this other stuff? What's that?
The Lee family curse killed him.
The Lee family curse killed him. That's basically right. That's basically right. I mean, I think that too, John. I think that too. But the raw facts of the matter is this: he took a medication that somebody recommended to him for a headache, and it interacted with an antibiotic he was taking, and it put him in a coma and killed him. It was a drug cocktail, and it was not because he was overdosing or anything like that. He was having headaches, and one of his friends gave him a pill to help him with it, and it interacted with something else that he was taking. You've got to watch what you're putting in your body, guys, especially when it comes to medications. And that's what killed Bruce Lee. It was not anything nefarious. It was the Lee family curse. It was the dragon coming to get him. And that's one thing I dig about the Bruce Lee story. The movie they made about him. Yeah, it's Hollywood poo-poo and all that good stuff. Yes, but at its core, his father really believed. They dressed him up as a girl when he was young to try and keep him from the demon that his dad thought was trying to kill him, because his brother had died at a very young age. So John died in childbirth, I think. I always like to point those things out. But yeah, Robin Williams wasn't depressed. No, he wasn't. He had Lewy body dementia, and that's just it's the more you know, right? I need to get that video like Gary's got. The more you know, right? Yep. But anyway, what are you up to tonight, man? You got a full work week, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. That's probably go to bed here shortly.
Yeah. I'm
an old man.
I've been going for about 2 hours, so I'm probably fixing to dial this down anyway. But yeah, man, we had a good time. I was gonna bag and board some, but I mean, look at this. Issue 2 of Amazing Spider-Man that came out this year? No. That's all wrong, boys and girls. Sorry. Just is. Let's see what the art looks like on the inside, though. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Look at that, man. That's pretty badass looking.
Yeah. That's a lot better than a lot of what you see in Marvel nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Or DC.
Well, I would imagine that they put the best people on Spider-Man. If they're smart, they would. Because look, I only collect 2 books, boys and girls. Guarantee you, I got these a few months ago. Guarantee you, there's only 2 things in here. Spider-Man. Guess what the other one is? Oh, you want to talk about some lame ass art? Check that book out right there.
Yeah,
that's some lame ass looking art right there. I can do better than that, boys and girls, and I'm an amateur. Okay.
Is that the Woman of Tomorrow?
No, that's not Woman of Tomorrow. No. This is Summer of Superman.
Okay.
It says Supergirl issue 1. I guess she's got a new book now. DC All In, I guess, is their new thing. And I'm pretty sure this is the same book. Yeah, same book, but it's with my boy Art Germ's cover. Now
That's
cool.
a better cover.
It's a much better cover because it's a digital artist named Art Germ. Stanley Lau. Actually, I've got an entire book of his work, and guess who's on the cover of it over here?
Supergirl.
Of course she is. Oh, get it up off of here. Yeah, it's a big book. That's a list of the posters that are in it right there.
Yeah,
you see there's a Power Girl, Supergirl, Catwoman, right? Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman. You got a bunch of them in here, but you see who's on the cover?
Yeah,
that's Supergirl, bigger than shit.
Yeah,
I love Stanley Lau stuff.
My favorite cover artist is Alex Ross.
Alex Ross is fantastic. Another guy I really love is, and these guys all, well, I don't know if Alex Ross is still doing covers, but Stanley Lau, I just got these this month, and you see, there you go. And I got a couple of them on my birthday that he's done too. Okay.
Yeah.
Another guy I love is J. Scott Campbell. Let me hang on. I'll pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, he put out a.
Now, John's known me for a while, and he's heard me talk about movies and stuff and everything. And he knows I'm a huge fan of spy movies and stuff like that. I love James Bond. I love The Bourne Identity. I love anything, Mission Impossible. I love all of the spy genre. You know, the intelligence genre is one of my favorites, right? And I saw this book years ago called Danger Girl, done by this guy named J. Scott Campbell. Nobody draws the female form in comic book form like J. Scott Campbell. He's fantastic. He's done covers for probably every one of your favorite books. He's known for doing that, but he did his own book called Danger Girl. And I've actually got, this is my nerd fest kind of shit right here. I've got, actually that's Abby and I can't remember all the girls' names, but one of them's a Russian spy, and the chick with the whip, I can't remember her name, the dark-haired girl, but
it's on the top of the box.
Yeah.
Sydney,
yeah, there it is.
Sydney
there
Savage.
it is. Abby Chase, Natasha Castle, and Sydney Savage. Yeah. That's the Danger girls. And that's his artwork right there on the top of it. Nobody draws chicks like J. Scott Campbell, man. Hang on, I'll pull up some of his pictures. But yeah, the three artists I will buy anything they do: Alex Ross, Art Germ, and J. Scott Campbell.
Alex Ross is still doing covers.
Is he still doing covers?
Yeah, he was
man?
doing alternate covers for like Doomstrike and World with One World Under Doom and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
he does
they're
great
variant
stuff.
covers. He doesn't do the main covers anymore
Mm-hmm.
because everybody wants, their collector's items, when he does covers.
But this guy, he's my favorite because, yes, you guys, look, at my core, I'm a dirty old man, guys. I dig the female form. It's the greatest thing that God ever gave us. I'm sorry. And he made it for us, for guys. He did. Read the book. He did. But anyway, you've got to see this right here, man. This guy's artwork is freaking awesome. I love this guy's stuff. You can find tons of Spider-Man images he's done. That's Gwen and MJ. He's a big Spider-Man fanatic. He's done more covers for Spider-Man probably than any other book. But yeah, he does great stuff, dude. I love his stuff. Let's see how do I get rid of this? I guess I just go back. Yeah, there we go. See what else we got. Yeah, he loves him some MJ, man.
Yep.
Guy loves drawing MJ. But he's drawn all of them, man. If you look at his artwork, he's done a bunch of them. Which tab am I on here? Jeez, I can't even tell which tab I'm on. There it is. Okay. So close that out. Close that out. And close that. But if you look through here, you'll see some of your favorite superheroes, man. There's a Dazzler one that looks pretty damn cool. I just love the way he draws, dude. I think he's awesome. Now, Alex Ross, his stuff looks like classic artwork. It looks like friggin' paintings. If you guys have never seen his stuff, this is just badass shit. Look at that. And what I love about this picture right here, look at that damn thing. That's the name of the league we had in DCUO. Mythology. I love it, man. That's badass looking. His picture of Wonder Woman right there. I've seen another of Mythology with Superman on it, but check that one out right there, man. That's one of his better works right there. The Justice League done by Alex Ross. But I think the first thing I ever saw that he did was Kingdom Come. Didn't he do a bunch of covers for that?
No, he did Kingdom Come. He did the whole book.
He did the entire. Yeah. Okay.
That's his book.
That's his book. Is Kingdom Come. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, dude, check out Captain America.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I have a few of his pieces for my rotating desktop backgrounds.
Yeah.
Including a really nice picture of the JSA that's got the founding members on the back on the wall, like in murals. And then it's got like the younger JSA members all up front and some of the old ones that were still around.
Hey, Jed, good to see you, man. Kingdom Come. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Let's see. I got my Kingdom Come comics signed by him first editions. Very nice. Yeah, we were just showing that. I can't believe it. Spider-Man's rebooted again, dude. Spider-Man is rebooted again. I think I got the first issue here somewhere. Matter of fact, it's 1 through 5 I've got sitting here. Hang on a second. I got to show you this. The first one I put in the bag, of course, our man Tim freaked out when he saw this one. Number 69 of Spider-Man.
Nice. Nice.
It's what's it called? One World Under Doom. Doom's flying away with Spider-Man. But yeah, look, man, they have started this damn book over again.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man #1. Come on. Stop doing it.
Well, that whole One World Under Doom, I'm a little behind, but basically Doom becomes Sorcerer Supreme after Stephen Strange loses it.
Well, you know what? That's believable. His powers are magical, so yeah, I can.
And he's actually a benevolent dictator. He solved world hunger. He solved world peace.
What?
Yep.
Wow. Man, that's crazy.
It's gonna and all the heroes are like trying to take him out, but he keeps outsmarting them.
Yep.
Because he's Doom.
When he draws Superman as my best favorite. Do you have a worst favorite? Just wondering, brother. Let's see. Vince says apparently the Ultimate Spider-Man series isn't bad. The Ultimate line I've always liked. I've always liked the Ultimate line all the way back to when they first started it. God, that was in the 90s, wasn't it, John? When they started the Ultimate series?
No, I think it was 2000s. Early
Was it 2000? The aughts? Okay.
Yeah.
I was telling them earlier, the last
except for Ultimate Quicksilver and Ultimate Scarlet Witch. That's wrong.
Okay.
You don't know about
Don't know
them?
anything about it. The only ones I collected were Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men. Those were the only
couple.
What?
Yeah, it's everything's still the same. Their backstories are still the same, but they're a couple.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. Let's see. Jed says apparently the Ultimate Spider-Man series isn't bad. Yeah. And Keely Chow says I like the Ultimate Avengers movies. Have they been making Ultimate Avengers animated movies?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah, the only Ultimate the only Ultimate series that I bought was Spider-Man, and I do dig the Clone Saga in there. I do dig that because you know what? Say what you want about the character and everything, but I think one of the coolest Spider characters ever is Spider-Woman. Because it's Peter Parker with the memories of Peter Parker being a man in a female body. And I think that is a cool-ass concept, man. I really do. I thought that whole thing during that Clone Saga was really cool. Of course, you hear Clone Saga and, people think of different lines, but when I think of clones, of course, once
Ben
again,
Reilly.
it's established this is my 60th birthday stream. I think about Dr. Warren. I think about the original clone, which was Gwen Stacy, right?
Yeah.
He cloned Gwen Stacy because he was in love with her and she was one of his students. And then you've got one of my favorite covers ever is I think it's Ned Leeds is hanging from the scoreboard of the stadium and there's two Spider-Men fighting. They're swinging at each other in the middle of the stadium, and the Jackal's down there laughing, right?
Yeah.
They always portrayed him like he was the Joker or something, but the Jackal was Dr. Warren, and he had basically invented cloning, and he cloned. That's where the Scarlet Spider came from, if you remember that the first clone of Spider-Man. But what was cool about that book, and I've got it somewhere around here. I can't remember where it is. By the way. This is probably my favorite Alex Ross picture of all time right here. And I agree with you. I agree with you there, Jed. His pictures of Superman are badass. They really are. I love that one right there because I think there was another mythology cover that had this picture on it. And I dig it. I think that one's awesome. That's probably my favorite Alex Ross picture right there. But when I think of the Clone Saga, I think of Dr. Warren and where it actually started in that book. Back when I was in school in the 80s is when that started. It was right around the time the Punisher was invented. Alex Ross, or excuse me, Ross Andrew is my favorite comic book artist of all time. I think I've told you this before. If you guys don't know who he is, what you got there, Doss? What you got? What you got there? Alex Ross creates, 10 best Alex Ross comics of all time. Okay, so he's done quite a few comics. All right, cool.
Yeah, there's some of his classic Spider-Man comic covers.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of these. I do. I have a bunch of them. Yeah.
The Carnage Hobgoblin.
Yes, that's awesome. His stuff is stuff you can hang on the wall, though. It really is. How do I say this? They're paintings, guys, is what they are. It's really gorgeous. Yeah.
There's his Batman.
Wow.
It's War on Crime.
Wow.
With Paul Dini, the guy that did the Batman the Animated Series.
Wow. That's cool.
There's another Superman.
Yep. That's the Surfer.
X is the other thing he did.
Can you blow that up? The Surfer? That's not a female Silver Surfer, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Say it isn't so. By the way, have you seen the? Did you like it
yesterday?
Did you like it?
There were things I liked and things I didn't.
Yeah, I liked it, man. Overall, I dug it. I thought it was good. I tell you, John, when the Excelsior was launching,
yeah,
all I thought about, and you know this as well as I do, you're my age, I thought about all those Apollo missions, man. That's what I thought of. I was like, wow. I've said it a million times. You know, they don't make these movies for me anymore, but you know, I feel like they made that movie for guys our age. They really did.
Did you see the Jack Kirby cameo?
No, I didn't. I've got to. You got to tell me where that is.
When they cut to the comic guys. That's supposed to be.
It's near the end of it, isn't it?
No, it's in the middle.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, basically it's after they've done the whole.
They've launched and come back, or.
No, it's back when they were the Thing was doing his thing before they left.
Okay, I got you.
If I remember right.
Okay.
But yeah, basically they cut to like a bullpen.
Okay.
And there's Kirby art on the wall.
Oh wow! Get out of here.
Well, Kirby-esque art. It's like Kirby sketches.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that they got playing the comic artist looks a lot like Jack Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
But there's his Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Justice League versus Legion of Doom. That was a good one.
Man, can you blow any of these up? Can you click on it? There you go. Show them what it looks like, bro. Yeah. Alex Ross is something else, dude.
I'll go back to
I've always thought he and Frank Fraziati were in a different league, you know? They did artwork where it was just something else. Yeah.
There's his Angel. Because he did an X-Men called Marvels.
That's cool. The Return of Superman in the Justice League.
Yeah, this one's not letting me blow up.
Okay, that's fine if you can't. Oh, that's badass, dude. That one of Superman floating there, that's awesome.
This one?
Yes. Yeah. That's the Kingdom Come Superman, right?
That's Kingdom Come Superman. Yep. Which is his number one, obviously best.
Of course. Everybody's always going to reference Kingdom Come. Yeah, for sure. When it comes to Alex Ross, it's probably the best thing he ever did.
I like Earth X too. Earth X cool because have you seen the Earth X Captain America?
No. Not as far as I know.
There he is.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
That's the Earth X Thor and the Earth X Spider-Woman.
It's a female Thor, huh?
Yep.
Cool.
This was before Jane had it. But yeah, Alex Ross. I love Alex Ross art.
Yeah, Alex Ross is awesome. Ross Andrew, I would have to say the one that you guys would probably know him from the best. Hang on, let's see. Ross Andrew, Spider-Man, Punisher. He's the guy that started the Punisher.
Oh yeah.
Where is the cover?
It's right
there.
there.
It is right there. Yep. That is one of the more famous Ross Andrew drawings ever. That's issue 129. Look, it's only 20 cents. Wow, that was a long time ago, huh? But yeah, he drew that one, and probably the other one that a lot of people would recognize of his is probably the very first crossover in history. Spider-Man v Superman. There's the cover of it right there. That's drawn by Ross Andrew. Yeah, I love Ross Andrew. I love the way he drew Spider-Man. I thought it was awesome. I really did. He didn't make him look too big. He wasn't a scrawny guy, but he wasn't the biggest guy in the room either. But what I loved about him was how he would show him bouncing all over the place, doing all kinds of things really fast when other people are almost standing still. But it wasn't like the Flash, you know. He just did it in spurts, right? Very cool shit. That's my guy. I love Ross Andrew. I will watch it. I'm trying to. I used to have all of his books, and I don't have them all anymore. And I'm trying to rebuy them.
Yeah, but it's hard to get. I mean, that's good, but I mean, Ditko.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Ditko. Yeah. Hey, what can I say? I like what I like, man. I think Ross Andrew is my favorite. He just is, and it's because I was collecting at the time he was drawing it. You know, another guy I love is Byrne. It was about the same time. You know, Byrne's Fantastic Four is always going to be my favorite run of it. You know, and what's funny to me, John, is the fact that the first comic book I ever read, the movie comes out on my 60th birthday. The first comic book everybody knows I'm a Spider-Man geek. That's my favorite book ever. But the first comic book I ever read was the world's greatest comic magazine.
I can guarantee that I'll never see a movie of the first comic I read.
Really?
Captain Atom.
Captain Atom. Yeah, probably won't. You'll see him. You'll see him in a movie, probably.
Maybe.
Well, you know, James Gunn's running that universe now, so
yeah,
you know
it's actually possible.
Because didn't DC buy that
Carlton?
That
yeah,
comic?
they bought him years ago.
Yeah, so he'll be in there somewhere.
Carlton Comics, yeah.
Let's see. Am I the only one
from.
hoping for a repeat of Apollo 1 watch? What? Okay. Let's see. Basically, Earth XX. Yeah.
The I don't know what I was gonna say now, but I lost my train of thought.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't mean to mess you up, man. But anyway, all right, boys and girls. I think we've had fun for my little 60th birthday. John showed up to save me from everything. I was just gonna bag and board for a little bit and then get off of here. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here. You want to go ahead and shoot me the link for that codex of yours? I need to keep that link as one of them too.
Oh, I'm still repackaging it.
Oh, okay. All
it's
right.
done except for the artwork.
I got you. Well, look, guys, just pay attention to Das Wolfen. He's going to be pushing it here pretty. Oh, there it is right there. My man has got me covered. He's got me covered. He's repackaging it right now, but this is what you're going to be looking for right here. Okay.
Yep.
That's what you're going to be looking for. But he was showing us the other day on one of the streams how he's got some artifacts that have to do with Lemmy and Ozzy. And yeah, it's all metal, rock and roll stuff. So you guys be looking for that. And don't forget, John has a Amazon storefront for his books and stuff. So you guys go check that out. All right. Vince has already thrown it into the chat for you. So go check that out. That's John's Amazon store. You see in the chat.
Not counting the backer items, because I'm going to have, one of the highest level is going to be that people can, they'll get the book and then they'll get help design an item based on their favorite band or favorite song.
Oh, very cool.
So I'll work with them to design an item, and then it'll get stuck in the appendix with the list of all the backers.
Yeah, gotcha.
Before that, they'll have a section, an appendix that has all those items. But counting because I'm doing, rather than doing stretch goals based on money, I'm going to do those, but those are going to be like dice sets and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And eventually if I get enough, it's going to be the second book, which I'm already 110 pages in.
Cool.
Which is the Iron Codex 2 Gods of Metal.
Okay.
But there's 107 items, base items, and then there's 27 stretch goal items.
I got you. That's cool, man.
Based on time. So every few days they'll get another set.
Gotcha. Well, whenever you're ready to do it, man, you need to push it on everybody's channels, man. Get on Pop Culture Minefield and do it too. I'm small fry. You need to get on the bigger ones. Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, man. Let's see. Keely Chow says, thank you for a great show. No problem, man. We wouldn't be anything without you guys. I appreciate you showing up. And don't forget, Keely, football's right around the corner. I'll tell you about that here in a second. Let's see. Vince says, oh my God, don't do that, or you'll maybe get the Nickback hand glove.
metal bands only.
Metal bands only, baby. You heard it here. Yes.
All
metal
it is.
bands only.
It's what the Iron Codex is. It's just metal.
It's just metal. That's all you get is metal.
But I got stuff ranging from like Norwegian death metal.
Oh, dude. Look.
All the way
when my buddy Mark and I, the guy from my comic book shop from Excalibur, he works there. Shout out to Mark. He's going to see Fantastic Four this evening. He's probably just getting out of it. He was taking his son, who's fixing to get into high school here pretty quick. He was taking his son to see it tonight. But cool. He and I, every once in a while, we'll get together for like a John Carpenter night. We'll watch all the old horror movies we love, and stuff. We'll watch The Thing, Halloween, The Fog, all that shit, And the last time we got together, all we did after we watched a couple of movies, of course, we're drinking the entire time, And I'm telling you, we used to spend the night at each other's houses. The first comic book work I ever did, John, you know what I was drawing? He and I were developing a comic book of Carl Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
Cool.
And one of the coolest pictures I ever drew, I've asked him about it a couple of times because we kept it at his house, but I did all the artwork, right? It was a picture of him. I can't remember what monster he was going after, but he got blasted through a stairwell. And I mean, I did all the detail of the friggin' banister exploding and him flying through it and stuff. It was really cool looking,
Cool.
But if you guys don't know what that is, go look it up. It's enjoyable. It was only on for a little while. I think it was on NBC, wasn't it? Or was that an ABC show? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But anyway, Carl Kolchak, the Night Stalker. They did a 2-hour movie of him going after a vampire. I think it was called The Night Stalker. And then they made a series of it after that because it was popular, called Carl Kolchak.
Well,
the Night
before
Stalker.
X-Files, there was The Night Stalker.
There was The Night Stalker. That's right. Yeah. He was Mulder way before Mulder, but he was a reporter, and his boss didn't believe anything he said. It was so funny. But anyway, Mark and I go way back, and what we used to do is after we watch a couple of movies, we'd be drinking and we'd start on YouTube just showing each other stuff we dug. And most of the stuff I'd show him was funny shit, like scenes from movies and stuff like that. Everything he showed me was freaking metal from different countries other than the US. He showed me one band. I think it was a Celtic rock band, and they were using nothing but Celtic instruments, and they were killing it, man. It was ridiculous. I was like, wow, this is amazing. He was like, yeah, dude, you got to look for other shit other than the United States. There's plenty of good shit out there, you know?
The Who?
Yeah, you know? It's freaking crazy. All right.
Not the old guys. I'm talking about the guys from Mongolia.
Yeah,
HU,
right?
The Who.
Yeah, HU, the Who, right? All right. Well, look, we got to get out of here. So you guys know you're watching Chillin' at the Club. This was edition number 7. This happened because the brothers could not hack the Matrix tonight. My brother couldn't make it, but he should be back next week. Hopefully, God willing, he'll be back next week, and we will show you everything that has to do with the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. We'll hack the Matrix at the same time we started tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. Of course, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, it's another drink and draw on Military Monday style. And this week, we're going to be doing Red Dawn, the classic from the 80s.
And I got to work.
The one with Patrick Swayze in it. What's that, buddy? What'd you say?
I got to work.
You got to work. Sucks, doesn't it? I mean, this movie's wholly unbelievable, boys and girls, but it's a great movie. It is really, really good. I'll never forget that. What was that actor's name that was in every fucking sci-fi movie? I think in the Avengers, he's the security guard that finds the Hulk. Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah,
That's it.
yep.
He plays their dad. He plays Martin Sheen, or excuse me, Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze's dad in it.
Yeah.
Right. Tells him to avenge me. Yeah. You know, because he's been interred in a camp by the Cubans and the Russians. Yeah. This movie's completely unbelievable, but it is great. If it ever did happen, it'd probably go down exactly like they show it in this movie. Wolverines.
It's
Find
not
out
as unbelievable as the remake.
Right? Yeah, the remake, it wasn't as good with Hemsworth.
No.
But this one, this had Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen when people didn't know who they were. And it was really good, man. It was a really good movie. Anyway, we're going to talk about it while we work on our comic books, me and Gary, tomorrow morning, along with Martin and Anima. So you guys show up about 10 a.m. and we'll be doing it all on Military Monday on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then at 4 p.m. Central Time, It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way. And he's going to have just a roundabout show. It's Only Talk and Roll. He's going to be touching on Ozzy and several other subjects. The Spinal Tap trailer. You see what he's going to be talking about. It's just going to be us bullshitting about the music scene. So you guys come check it out at 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then, of course, at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And this week, it's going to be an edition of DC Universe Online because it's time for me and Lunatic to get together and play on the last Monday of the month. So you guys check out us this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. And it's going to be by the way, I forgot to upload this thumbnail. I can do it real fast though. Hang on. It doesn't take long for me to do this.
You're gonna.
I will show you exactly what
extra guest tomorrow.
What is it?
You're gonna have an extra guest tomorrow.
Is not going to show up?
No, I am.
Oh, you are. You're going to come by tomorrow?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Hang on 1 second. Let me go grab this real quick. I really want to show you guys the thumbnail because I'm kind of proud of it. I really am. Let's see. I got to grab it out of here. I should have done this earlier. I'm sorry. I thought I had time to do it and I never did it. Let's see. Come on. Oh, where is it? There it is. And here. And there. And grab it. Because, every time I make one of these thumbnails, and of course, it's going to show up as something stupid. Okay. Save. There we go. Boom. There it is. And I'll show you real quick. Yeah, there it is. Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, DC Universe Online. And it's the Super Fantastic Edition. Because, they were trying to make the Barbenheimer thing happen again. They called it Super Fantastic Weekend trying to get everybody to go see Superman and Fantastic Four in one weekend. But we're going to be doing it with our Superman and Fantastic Four characters. And you see there, I've got the thing on the left. That's actually in honor of my character, whose name is Richter Seismicor. And the one that's black and white over there, Lunatic, who plays with me, has a character called Black Thing. So I'm going to get him to pull that guy out for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. That's tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to play some DC Universe Online. And then, of course, the next time you'll see me after that is on Pop Culture Minefield again on Wednesday. And we'll be doing another drink and draw. And this week on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, we're going to be talking about Witness as we work on our comic books and talk about a great movie by Peter Weir. He's a great filmmaker. He did this one. This is one of Harrison Ford's first dramatic attempts after Star Wars. I think it came out shortly after Empire Strikes Back, didn't it, John? Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like one of the first things he did after Star Wars.
Yeah, and then you had another one he did with Peter Weir was Mosquito Coast, which I really dig too. But this one's great. Witness, if you've never seen it, it's a fantastic movie. We're going to be talking about it as we work on comic books at 3 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then, of course, on Wednesday, it's State of the Atmosphere, our pop culture update, movies, showcase, shows, and games. Of course, we're going to check on Sydney Sweeney. Probably a lot of the subjects we covered this week, plus the Hulk Hogan thing. We're going to do all of that. And that's at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. It's my favorite show of the week where I get together with my geek brothers and have a good time talking geek stuff. So you guys come check it out this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, Friday, it's time for Sketching the Privateer. Let me see. I don't have that thumbnail here. You got to be kidding me. Okay. Well, guess what? On Friday at 1 p.m., I haven't done it in a couple weeks. That's probably why the thumbnail isn't here. The week before last, I had a show. This week, it was my birthday, so I've been busy. But I will be back working on the comic book. And yes, I'm going to finish up. So probably what we'll do this Friday is show you where you can find the 0 issue of The Privateer. If you don't know what that is, a 0 issue is usually put out by somebody who's making a comic book to promote it, and it's free. You can go download it, look at it. It's got nothing but the artwork. It's going to be just black and white. That's all it is. It's the stuff you've been watching me work on, but I'm going to put it out there for the general public to check out. It's going to be a 0 issue of The Privateer. So you guys come check that out Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time as I work on that. And then, of course, we don't want to forget John's show on Friday, Gaming Night with John over on Pop Culture Minefield's channel at 8 p.m. Central Time. Why did you guys finish up so fast? I actually got to where I could watch it and tuned in. You were gone already.
Because Martine went to go see Fantastic Four.
He had to go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't wait to see what he thought of it, and we'll find that out tomorrow night. Well, you and me both, you two both join us as we play DC Universe Online. Yeah. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow night, the reason why that thumbnail, the reason why I've got She-Hulk on there, I have a She-Hulk loadout that's a tank loadout with that outfit on her. Yeah. So I'm going to play with her tomorrow night for sure. And you know I've got a Superior Girl who looks just like Supergirl. So
yeah.
But anyway, don't forget Gaming Night with John on Pop Culture Minefield's channel at 8 p.m. Central Time as he continues his assault on New Vegas in Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands. So look forward to that 8 p.m. Central Time on Friday on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then that'll take us right around to Sunday morning at 10 a.m. when we fill you in on the off season and the Hall of Fame weekend for our first show of the season of NFL pregame party. Come join Knock, John, myself. I wish Matt would join us again, but he's been so busy, man. He doesn't have time to stream anymore, but he showed up in the chat tonight. And I appreciate you, man. If you ever want to get back to streaming, if you don't make it to any other show, come talk football with us, because I know you love it, man. Anyway, you guys come check it out. We're going to fill you in on all the rule changes, everything that happened in the offseason, what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to look like with Aaron Rodgers, all that good stuff. And that happens at 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday. That's going to be the regular time for it. We're going to do this show, and then we're going to do week 1. That'll be
the 5 and 12
we're not going to
Steelers?
do the entire preseason, but we're going to do this one, and then the next time we'll do it will be week 1, and we'll do it every week after that. So
The
come
5
check
and
it
12
out.
Steelers.
What's that?
The 5 and 12 Steelers.
You think they're going to be 5 and 12?
Yeah.
I think they're going to be improved. I think it's going to be interesting to see. We could start talking about it now, but look, they've got DK Metcalf, man.
Yeah.
And that, I don't care what anybody says. That's an improvement for that football team.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I know. Aaron Rodgers. Yes, I know. It's feast or famine. I know. I just got a feeling he's had 2 famine years. It's going to be feast this year for them. But then again, you got to look at the division they're at. That's a tough division. That is a tough division. He's got to go toe-to-toe with Joe Burrow and the fucking Ravens.
Probably the second toughest division in the NFL. Second or third.
It's the second toughest division in the NFL behind yours. Yours is the toughest. It used to be the NFC West. Now it's the AFC West.
The NFC North is pretty tough too.
That is the NFC North. That's Pittsburgh.
That is
NFC.
Lions,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, until one of them threatens for the Super Bowl,
yeah,
I don't even count that one. So I really don't, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Lions are doing better. The Vikings are doing better. Bears are probably going to be better, but
no, they're not.
They're going to get crushed by whoever they play in the NFC. I'm sorry. They just will.
That's because the NFC.
You got to prove it. Show me. I'm Missouri. I am your home state when it comes to the NFC North. Show me you can do it, guys. Really, show me you can do it. But anyway, we're going to talk all about it. 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday. You guys tune in. And then that brings us right back around to here and the Brothers Hack the Matrix. But tonight, it was Chillin at the club. So for myself, Das Wolfen, and everybody else in the chat, I want to thank you guys for being here. Let's check in with it one more time. Of course, Keely Chow is, of course, commenting on the superheroic nurses, and he just can't control himself. He is back in the other room feeding the ducks. Good Lord, man. Ugh. Vince says, of course, cheerio, guys and gals. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a good night. Let's see. Vince says, Amish Kelly McGillis. Yes, I understand, man. I understand. Yeah. Keely, I don't know if Keely Chow knows about that one, or he'd be feeding the ducks again. Good God. Let's see. Vince says the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. Oh, okay. You sound like a Cowboys fan. I know you're not.
Read the next one.
Let's see what the next one says. They got their tickets today. They got their tickets early. I was fixing to say, I know Vince is not a Cowboys fan. I know he's not. But anyway, look, guys, I want to thank you guys all for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. And we'll see if I can get the right video. Don't forget, boys and girls. Whether you like them small, medium, or of the large variety, Titty Tuesday continues into Wednesday. Actually, no, I said that all wrong. Titty Tuesday begins on a Sunday. See, this is what happens when you drink. You just screw up. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.